Yielding as a spear, with a will to pierce the darkness from the labors of your mind, and God is born. Lost in the blind eternities, the space between the planes. Adventure calls, my future holds. No more binding chains. I can feel the spark, chorus getting power. In the dead of night, I will be devoured as I now awake, and you will the wonder for me to explore. Search for all I thirst to know. I can feel the spark, chorus getting power. In the dead of night, I will be devoured as I now awake, and you will wonder for me to explore. Search for all I can feel the spark, chorus getting power. In the dead of night, I will be devoured as I now awake, and you will the wonder for me to explore. Search for all I thirst to know. Beneath the skin, I can feel 1,000 legs writhing. An omen, yet something unclear. A promise that now haunts my nightmares. Rustling insanities.
All right. What's up, everybody? Still having beautiful audio problems. Just haven't had time to fix it. So if it gets staticky like that, I don't know if it did get staticky for you guys, but it definitely got staticky for me. That's just a thing that happens. Okay. So, welcome to the first of hopefully many Metal the Gathering. So I've had this idea for a while, and so the idea is to interview metal bands that also play Magic. You know, combine two things I enjoy doing, and just more of a casual interview, and you know, just kind of seeing what comes up. So today's the very first one. We're gonna kind of see how it goes, but I'm going to bring my guest on here in a second, but before we even get into that, I'm going to play everyone a song for those who are unfamiliar with them. So my guests today are Barbara and Nick from the band Empress. I'm terrible with last names, so we're on a first name basis here. Anyways, so we're going to jump into this. We're going to play a song, then we're going to have them come on real quick for a little chit chat, and then we're going to get into the game. All right, so first one we're playing here is a song called Black Arcana. All right. Oh boy. I did it backwards. So I have two monitors, and I I put the Streamlabs on the wrong one. So hold on. Let's try this again. All right. Success. Here we go. Black Arcana. All right. If anyone's here to, because they're fans of Empress, you know, let me know. I am going to drink this energy drink. What's up, 100 days? Yeah.
The time has come for me tonight to let my soul take flight and turn into a fire. For one wish, for one time, I'll seize the dark inside and raise my heart so high. Wandering minds often find there's no boundaries and dreaming. I see beyond the veil of reality.
Forgive all my annoying things in the way of their video. I'm so sorry. I love the beefy guitar riffs for sure. I also always forget about this. There we go. I guess that's a little better. Where are you from, 100 Days? Ooh, nice. I've only been to Pensacola, but I really liked it.
The time has come for me tonight to lift my soul to fly. I return into fire. For one wish,
The water was very warm. I mean, you might be used to it down there, but you know, being from the West Coast and near San Francisco, I'm used to the cold ocean. So I was pleasantly surprised by how warm that water was. I actually went swimming. All right. Hey, look at that. Planeswalker. Oh, nope. 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 Stop. All right. Okay, so that was Empress. For those who are unfamiliar with them, for those who do know them and you're here for them, you just got to enjoy a little bit more of their music. Okay, so now, before we again jump into the game, we're going to get Barbara and Nick on here to kind of chat with us a little bit. So let me get that set up. And let them know that, you know, like, oh wait, I can do this. Where is he? Oh, let's tell him to come in. All right. Been figuring things out all day. Okay, we'll switch over here to nobody. Hey. Hopefully they can hear me. Oh,
No one.
oh, hello?
Okay. Can't see you then. Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Cool. I have my webcam off for you, so there's not like two webcams on in the stream. But how are you two doing?
Doing great.
Excellent.
Awesome. Thanks for being my guinea pigs, essentially, for this Metal the Gathering. So, yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we kind of talked about playing some games before, and that's when I was like, you know what? They'd be perfect to bring on for the show first. So we got one fan for sure from Florida, you know, so you guys are getting out there in the U.S. Yeah, so like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing with this thing, but, you know, Magic and Metal, whenever I feel awkward and have nothing to talk about, I just play Magic. So this is perfect. But yeah, since, you know, it'll mostly be focused on the board, figured we'd do a little chat first. So I guess if you guys want to introduce yourselves, because I did a poor job at it, because I'm terrible with last names. So I just said your first names. And, you know, if you want to give an overview of the band. And one thing I'm always curious about, and I think it's just the musician in me, but why did you guys settle on the name Empress? Where did that come from?
That's a good question.
So, it's funny. Originally, it was a name that I had come up with a few years before we were in the project. I came up with it during like a particularly dark time, and it was like I wanted to kind of show like feminine power, kind of strength. I'm also super into tarot cards, so that card always spoke to me. When we
Oh,
eventually met up with Vlad, Joe, and Mark, we kind of just threw that name in a hat or an Excel spreadsheet rather, and we all. It was funny. I didn't know if they would all go for it, and when they came back, they all picked that name, so it just kind of stuck.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Um,
like
go ahead, sir.
that was like the name that we secretly like wanted because we thought it was really cool, like kind of like an antithesis to Emperor,
Oh,
Empress.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
we didn't want to seem like conceited saying, "Oh, you're a female singer now. You're called Empress." So
Right.
we let them pick out of like I don't know. There's like 30 names, and that was the one we all liked. So it
Okay.
just happened.
So it sounds like you two weren't original members then. How long has the band been around before you two joined?
So Vlad, Mark, and Joe were jamming for about a year before finding us. They had auditioned other singers, and they were just jamming, feeling it out. They had a few songs written, and just hadn't really settled on anything yet. And then I think Vlad found Barbara's band mix profile or something online. He was like, "Hey, I'd love to have you in for an audition if you want." And we listened to the demos and we were just like, "Yeah, this is what we like." You
I
know
really
what I
felt
mean?
like I need to be in this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was just a perfect match. Yeah.
Cool.
So she joined the band when she passed her audition, and then they were like, "Oh, now we just need a bass player." And I was like, "Well, I'm here. I'm in the room." And I auditioned the next week, and then they let me in. She helped. She voted. She voted for me.
Hopefully she would. Yeah. That's awesome, man. I love hearing how that kind of came together. So that's cool. And then, yeah, like I don't know, song titles, album titles, and again, I think it's just the as someone who has bands and writes songs, like I'm always intrigued, like why that title, why that name, because what might seem silly to someone, like there's obviously a reason you chose it. And so, like you said, like Empress and the tarot cards and all that, like there's so much more to it than just, oh, we thought Empress was a cool symphonic name, There's meaning behind it, and that's what I like. And I say that as, all I did was just choose a planet from a sci-fi film for Helium Prime, but whatever.
Awesome.
It's a good name.
Yeah. See, yeah, it works. But I mean, still, I love hearing all about that. So, yeah, that's great. And then, like I said, we'll save most of the questions for the game. See how it goes. But I wanted to just do a little quick introduction for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the people watching another song of yours. We just played Black Art. Oh, actually, before, give us a little history on Black Arcana. So that's the song I just played. What's that song about? Who wrote the song? Once again, going into the themes of things.
So actually, it's funny. That was the very first song that was presented to me to audition with. They already had that song in place before I joined, but there was no vocal melody or lyrics or anything, and they had the name Black Arcana. And when I heard that, I just was like, I know exactly what I want to sing over this. So for me, that song is very much about self-empowerment. It's about kind of finding some sort of spark within yourself and kind of just using that power to kind of propel yourself forward. Even if sometimes there's pushback from others, just kind of riding that strength.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, I really like the chorus in that one. I'm a chorus stifler. Like the first thing I listen to in a song is the chorus good, But no, yeah, that's great. I love it. Cool. There were definitely some magic puns in there, the spark, right? Gives you your power. Yeah, right. Get used to more of those.
Good introduction.
What's that?
It was a good introduction then.
It was perfect. Yeah. Great. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and play another one for them, and you guys want to get set up for the game, and we'll jump into that. All right.
Right on.
Sounds good.
All righty. See you two in a second.
Yep.
All right. So they're gonna kind of rearrange what they're doing before we jump into the game. So I want to go ahead and play another song for you guys. Hey, thank you so much, Mikey Mike, for the subscribe. We're gonna play their video, Beyond the Sleep. All right. By the way, anyone watching, any fans of them, at the end of the game, we're gonna do some questions, some Q&As. So if you got some questions you want to ask them that I might not ask, stick around. How's the audio out there, by the way, guys? I'm never sure because I have such a ghetto rig going on. Just want to make sure everyone can hear everything okay. Awesome, good. It's probably going to go out at some point, and I'll just have to close my DAW and reopen it until I can figure things out and have the time to do it. That's what's going to happen. So I need to move the chat box. Let's see here. I might actually do it before we jump into the game. I don't want to do it during the song. I think I have like a cheaper version. Of his 7-string.
No! 'Cause I know that you will never leave. 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 '
Ooh, I hear him cracking. Uh-oh. Just in time. The audio started to crack. Look at that. Perfect timing. At least we got to finish the song. All right, let me close this real quick. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, super frustrating. Don't know why it does that. All right, we're going to jump into our Discord here real quick.
Is that muted?
All right.
Oh boy.
What's up, everybody? Discord.
Hello.
Hello. All right.
Hey.
We're back again. Matt, we can't see you.
Hold on.
Right here. Boom.
Can I switch? Okay, cool. So I can switch when people are playing. All right. So joining us for this game, we got my good buddy Matt. He has a Magic the Gathering podcast called This Week in MTG. I'm actually using their playmat today. So whenever he gets back, we'll kind of get into it. But while we're waiting for Matt, we actually just played. I already forgot the song title. See, I'm just so bad with names of anything. The music video. What song is Sleep something?
Beyond the Sleep.
Beyond the Sleep. Okay, sorry. Why don't you guys, let's hear a little bit about that song. Concept, the idea behind the music video.
Sure. So that song is more a oh boy, it's more like a criticism to me, not of any one particular like organized school of thought, but just the idea that people who claim to have all of the answers, how it can be harmful to like just freedom of thought. It can be harmful to like just individualism, just overall how like adhering to one singular idea at the expense or the threat of some sort of consequence, whether it's eternal damnation or something in this plane of existence, just that it's harmful.
I love it. You know who you would get along with, Barbara? Socrates. Yeah. Now he's dead, but I imagine you guys would agree on a lot of things.
I think so. Yeah.
Swimmingly.
Hook us up. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was kind of one of his things is he believed, and that was one of the reasons, we did a song about him, the Gadfly with Helium Prime, and I kind of, if you're starting to notice a pattern, I forget things easily. So I forget like everything about it, but I think one of the big things that led to his death was he kind of was spatting that around, like basically talking shit that everyone who thinks they know everything doesn't really know shit, in his own philosophical way. And the people in power didn't like that. They're like, how dare you say we don't know everything, right? So, so careful. They'll make you drink the hemlock. Yeah. All right, so we got Matt here.
Hello.
Matt, where are you at? There you are. Okay. So let's go around real quick. What's everyone playing? What are you playing, Nick?
I think it's Lathril.
Oh boy, elves.
Pull her out of the deck real quick. This is my first time playing EDH, so
Oh
you're gonna
yeah.
have to guide me.
Well, thank you.
Standard guy.
Yeah. I was actually just talking to my buddy Matt. I want to build some 60 card decks to to have in situations. Yeah, you want to read the card for us? Go ahead.
Sure. Lathril, Blade of the Elves. She has Menace. She's a 2/3. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 Elf Warrior creature tokens. And then you can tap her, tap 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10 life, and you gain 10 life.
Brutal.
Very nice.
And with elves, that can get out of control fast. All right, Matt, what are you... What's up?
I said I love elves, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited. I've never played a commander version of this, you know.
Oh, my buddy's got an elf deck, and it's just out of control. What are you playing, Matt?
I got N1 the Rune Thief playing. Straight precon deck here. It is a 2/4, and it has other rogues get +1/+1. Whenever one or more rogues I control deal combat damage to a player, that player mills a card for each 1 damage dealt to them. Then, if a player mills at least one creature this way, I draw a card.
All right. I have a friend who plays that, and it's super obnoxious.
I hate Mill.
Dude, I think
I like playing it.
I think Matt did this on purpose because he knows how I feel about Mill.
This is one of my only stock decks, and I figured that it would be a good one to pull up on stream here. I
Right.
can pull out the Calamex one too. I got that one, and that's just cast spells and make a big dinosaur.
Yeah, right. Well, I was gonna do Zur, but if you're playing a precon and it's Nick's first time playing EDH, I'm gonna be a little nicer than Zur. And I'm gonna play Magda Brazen Outlaw. So it's mono red. Other dwarfs you control get +1/+0. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token, and then I can sacrifice 5 treasure tokens, search your library for an artifact or dragon card. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Super fun, one of my favorite decks currently. Because you can kind of take it in many different directions, so I don't have to be like a dick with it if I don't want to be, you know?
Love that card.
Yeah, oh, she's great. I love her. So, what I've decided, as is tradition with Metal the Gathering, with its very first stream, our honored guest will get to choose if they want to go first or last.
Oh God!
So I only
I
say I only say that because sometimes there's a strategy to not wanting to go first. So that's the only reason I even bring that up.
Well, my deck is about getting out a huge army quickly, so I would think going first would benefit me.
Okay.
So why don't we just go with that?
All right. And then Matt, you'll be second, and then I'll go third.
Sounds good.
So the one benefit, or the one non-benefit of doing this on Discord is we don't get the cool life counter that Spell Table gives us. So everyone will just have to be on the honor system with their lives.
Got mine right here.
Nice. We can all see. I'm gonna use my phone. I haven't shuffled up yet. So also I do free mulligans. Oops. So just get yourself a good starting hand, and then I'm gonna put some music on in the background, and I'm thinking, I don't know, what do the guests want to hear? What do you guys want to hear, Barbara and Nick, in the background? You probably won't hear it, but the chat will hear it.
Oh boy! Do you want to show them the real side of what you like, or
So how about let's start with like something like Falconer or something like that. That's fun. That's,
Okay.
That's light.
Yeah, Falconer's good. Any particular album?
Oof.
oh the self-titled?
Subtitles my favorite. I love that. It's still so good.
All right.
How about Heresy in Disguise? That's such a good track.
I'm just gonna play the whole thing. It's just gonna be like kind of underneath while we play. Yeah. That way. Oh yeah. Okay. If there's ever an awkward pause or someone gets mad that we killed their commander, we'll have Falconer to cheer us up. Already have to. Sorry, I already had to close my thing. Man, it's just getting worse and worse, my audio. I'm gonna have to fix this before to keep this going, but okay, let's see if this works. There we go. Yeah, should be good. The chat can let me know if it's too loud. Alright. Anywho. Oh, wait. There we go.
Well, I can say that we can hear it on our end over here.
Is it too loud?
Oh, no.
Okay, cool.
EDH, same starting hand, right?
Yep. Get that beautiful 7.
Yep, pretty much, you pretty much play it the same way, just single card format, and then you have the commander, which obviously is in the command zone and all that fun stuff, but you pretty much play it just like you would your 60 card deck, just synergizes a little differently.
Feel free to stop me if I make any weird errors. I am definitely a noob with this, but I have played
worries.
enough standard to where I should be able to keep up with you gents.
No worries. Matt's
for sure.
Matt's kind of my go-to if I have a question too, so we're in good hands.
Good.
I got you.
Yeah.
6, 7. It's not a bad hand. I mean,
Let us see. We'll let you know. Just kidding.
do you really want to see it?
No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna get my. Oh, let me look at my hand. Ooh, buddy. That might be worth it. I'll keep that. Yeah, I'm gonna get my life up, and I'm ready whenever anyone else is.
Yeah, I have one question about the Twitch chat. So Barbara's in the stream, so she can see the chat. But like, I'm not sure if we see one person in the chat. I don't know if you're seeing other people in the chat. We're really new to Twitch, so I don't
No,
know
it's
if
just
we're,
quiet. People are lurking. Yeah,
just making sure that we're in the right thing because I wasn't sure if we had the right page.
yeah. No, like I said, you're my guinea pigs. So, Mikey Mike says he's here. What's up, Mikey Mike? Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll draw.
Okay.
We'll start with one swamp and pass.
Awesome. Hey. I will draw, and I will also play a swamp, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay. So, all right, I will draw. I will play a snow-covered mountain. Gotta fix my lightings here. I'm also gonna play a mana crypt. So that's a 0. Taps for 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, mana crypt deals 3 damage to you. I'm gonna tap 3. I'm gonna play Academy Manufactor. It's an artifact creature, a 1/3. If you would create a clue, food, or treasure token, instead create one of each.
This is the typical Jason start with a mana crypt. That mana crypt is gonna deal like 20 damage to him easily because he always loses the flips.
Yes, it's probably gonna kill me.
He just has that stinking luck there.
Dude, the last game I played was Zur, and I was just crushing. And they like ganged up on me, and they got me down to 2 life, and it came back to my turn. And if I was able to swing with Zur, I would have gone back up to like 30 life, and I lost the mana crypt roll. So
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna draw. Right. You're done, right?
yep, go ahead.
All right, just making sure. All right, let's play a forest. And let's start with So that mana crypt is what is that? Is it a land?
It's an artifact.
It's an artifact. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'll play the Elder Fang Disciple. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card.
Dang.
Very nice.
She's a 1/1.
I'm going to discard a Spinal Embrace.
I'm going to discard Shred. Or Scred. It's an instant that deals
Ooh, what's
damage to
that?
target creature equal to the number of snow permanents you control. Okay.
And I pass. Yeah.
Okay.
My turn. Drop.
I'm gonna
Okay,
put
so
my-
I know that Jason mentioned that I have a podcast and I like to talk Magic, but I also like metal a lot as well. So this is I guess a question for both you, Nick and Barbara. With your newest song, Made of New Orleans, that song slaps, and I was wondering, like, can you tell us a little bit about that?
I also love that song. Unfortunately, I wish we wrote it. I wish I could say we wrote it, but it's a cover actually of one of my favorite power metal bands, Dark Moor. And I love that song. It's about Joan of Arc, and every time I sing that chorus, the "I'm not a man searching for glory," it's just impossible not to feel like a badass. So,
Nice.
but thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, no. So when Jason first posted this, that he was doing this with you, it was the first time I heard you guys, and I've been jamming to you all week while at work and stuff.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Nice.
much.
Nah, Matt's a great dude. He was the kind of the first guy in the Magic community to do an interview with myself and Sozos for Planeswalker. So we've been hanging out virtually ever since. Matt actually. So hold on. Yeah, we'll get. So what'd you do here, Matt?
I just cast a Nightveil Sprite, and it is a 1/2 fairy rogue that whenever it attacks, I surveil. So surveilling is looking at the top card of my library, and I could choose to leave it on top or put it in the graveyard.
Sweet.
Oh. Okay.
Then
All
my
right.
turn.
I'm gonna go to my turn. Untap. Roll for Mana Crypt. So here you go. You're gonna see, as is tradition, I will lose the roll.
And so it begins.
So I don't have a coin to flip, so I just roll. If it's odds, I'll take 3 damage. And sure enough, it is odds. But I know as soon as I change it to odd or to evens, I'll get evens all the time. So I was going to ask this a little later, but you know, as this is kind of all over the place, and Matt kind of brought up something I was going to mention. Oh, what? Audio's going out. Hold on.
It's not too bad. It's getting bad.
Yep.
Okay, back. So frustrating. Okay, so Matt, we actually got to meet and hang out when Dire Apparel just played this last Mad with Power, and you guys
Yeah.
are on this year's Mad with Power. How did that happen?
Yeah, it's something we're so excited for. We've been wanting to do this pretty much since we saw this was a thing. Like, it just looks like so much fun. We know Ty Christian online. His band is just ungodly awesome.
So good.
They're so good. So really excited just to see them again, honestly. But Lords of the Trident. But we just reached out and asked if they would be interested. I had asked before for my other band Lore, and we were a little late to the punch, so the bill was already filled up, but we got put on a compilation CD, which was cool.
Oh,
I think
nice.
on 2018 or 2019's fest, I think we were on the compilation CD. So I'd love to play there with Lore, but as soon as we saw that he was going to be looking for bands, we had our manager Peter reach out to him, and he graciously accepted us, and we are so stoked.
Yeah.
We've been looking forward to this for a while, so it's going to be really fun.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll be there this year. I've decided that I'm making Mad with Power kind of a yearly thing for me.
Yeah.
So Planeswalker was also supposed to play this year, but Visa's kind of screwed us again, and I'm super sad because that would have been 3 years in a row for me with 3 different bands. I was going to be very proud to have that trophy, but as someone who's played it twice, you guys are going to have a great time. It's such a fun event. It's like I said, even just being there is fun. So I'm bringing my decks, So, all right, I'm gonna draw for turn.
Right.
Play a command beacon. So it's a land that taps for a colorless, or I can sacrifice it and put your commander into your hand from the command zone. I'm going to tap 2, bring out my commander. Commander on the board. That's all I can do. I'll pass to you, Nick.
All right. Let's see. I'll play another forest. Should I or shouldn't I? That would be pretty cool. So I could. Just don't know. That's like a double-edged sword here. I'm conflicted about something.
This happens all the time. What's the right play? Yeah.
Yeah. And that command tower counts as just a land card, right?
Oh, the command beacon. But yes.
Beacon. Yeah, it's a land. Okay.
He keeps asking about that. I feel like he's got something, Matt, that we got to watch out for.
Oh no, I'm just such a noob. I'm really curious.
Fair enough.
Learning land types.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm so used to people asking what I have so that they can then destroy it. You know.
No.
Yeah.
No. I would never. I'll play Reese the Exiled. He's an elf warrior. Whenever he attacks, I gain 1 life for each elf I control.
Nice.
I could also sacrifice an elf to regenerate him. He's a 3/2. So you have your commander out, right? I only have a 1/1, so I don't think I can.
I have a
attack.
2/1 and a 1/3. And then how big is your creature, Matt?
My sprite is a 1/2.
Oh, it's so cute.
I'm just gonna pass.
All right.
Okay. Going to and draw. Very nice. I like this. Okay. Well, I'm going to start being aggressive. We're going to swing at Jason for 1 flying. When I declare the attack with Nightveil Sprite, I surveil. Look at the top card.
That 1 hit's
I'll put
pretty
it in.
aggressive, bro.
The pokes.
It will be when his commander's out and he starts milling, but
I'll play down a Dismal Blackwater. When it ETBs, I gain a life. So I'm at 41.
rude.
Then I will drop down, pay 2, and cast Military Intelligence. Whenever I attack with 2 or more creatures, I get to draw a card.
What is that? What kind of type is that?
Enchantment.
Okay.
Scooch that over there. And that will be my turn.
All right. Untap. Roll for that mana crypt. It is evens. I take no damage.
Dodged a bullet this time.
This time. All right. I'll play a Strip Mine, which is a land. I can add 1 mana to my mana pool, or I can sacrifice Strip Mine and destroy target land. So look out. I'm out for your lands. But not really. Just don't play any scary lands.
Say, choose hide your command towers. He's coming out here snatching them lands.
Then for 1, I'll play a Wayfarer's Bauble. It's an artifact where I can pay 2, sacrifice Wayfarer's Bauble, search your library for a basic land card, put that card into play tapped, then shuffle your library. So in retaliation, I'm going to swing my commander at you, Matt. 2/1.
I'll take it.
And because of that, I'll get a treasure. But since I created a treasure, I'll get a clue and a food token. So see, this is where I get silly and try to think of stupid things to ask you guys. So speaking of food, Nick and Barbara, what are some of your favorite things to eat while on the road?
Oh boy.
I'm also going to... Oh, sorry, go ahead and answer.
I'm honestly, when out on the road, one of the things that I loved having the most was just like pre-making a bunch of like PB and J's.
Oh,
Honestly,
nice.
Yeah.
it's so easy and like you can just make so many for so cheap. Like I don't know, and I love that. Like it never gets old to me. So
Dude.
having that on the road, like in the cooler or whatever you got, like it's better than stopping at like gas stations constantly.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, I mean, even though it is PB and J's, it's got to be healthier than fast food every day.
Yeah, that ends up becoming the life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, it's good while it lasts.
So, have you guys done tours? I know, like, you're still working on the debut album and stuff. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Audio sucking. God.
He's crack-a-lacking.
Lacking.
Okay.
So I could answer. We have, as Empress, we've only played, I think,
8 shows.
8 shows so far as a band. We played a bunch when we first came out in 2019, released our singles, and then there was a pandemic, so we stopped. But now we started playing again. We played one big show in our hometown around here. And we have a bunch of shows coming up. We're playing Philly next month, and then we're playing Delaware in May, and then we're playing Madison. We're gonna try to maybe see if we can get some extra shows on the way there,
Nice.
on the way back, and that. So try to make it worth our while.
Yeah, it makes sense.
As far as working experience, we've all been in bands. We've been in bands in the past, so we've all got some touring experience. I think just about everybody in the band does.
Yeah, I think everyone.
Awesome.
Maybe. Yeah, I think everyone.
I've done a couple. I've done 3 or 4. I think I've done 4 small week to week and a half long tours. Getting a van and all that crap.
Although I've never toured with a metal band before. I've only done. I was in an opera troupe, and we toured that way, which is very different.
I can
kind of
imagine.
excited.
Yeah. So, Barbara, what's your favorite food on the road then?
Ooh. So I'm pescatarian. So
Okay.
for me, I'm not gonna lie, just like I'm totally cool with like a French fry dinner. Like I think, and oftentimes it's like my only choice, and thankfully I'm happy with it. So
Yeah. Even someone who does eat meat, though, even I sometimes like the right kind of French fries, dude. That's good enough. It's good enough. Any kind of potatoes. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to tap my mana crypt for 2. I'm going to sacrifice my Wayfarer's Bauble. I'm going to get a basic land, have it enter tapped, and as I do that, I'll pass my turn back to you, Nick.
All right. Let's see. What am I gonna do? Another swamp, and I don't want to do this yet, but I got to do it. It's getting out of hand.
What?
I'll play Tribute to the Wild. This makes it so each opponent has to sacrifice an artifact or an enchantment. Get to it, boys.
Okay. I will sacrifice my food token. So there.
I knew you were going to do that. I was so upset and do it sooner.
Oh, yeah. If he would have done that before I made those tokens, I would have had to get rid of my assembly worker that gives me the extra stuff, and that would have hurt me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but I was like, I don't want to waste it. And then he played an enchantment, and I was like, all right, now I gotta do it.
Right.
Now we can get it all.
So I think that's everything I can do here. Let me see. Yeah, I have a 3/2. No, I think you guys can kill me with that, so I'm just gonna pass.
Okay, I was about to say, I am tapped out.
Oh, you are? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I have my screen tilted down, so I can't quite see. But I could get you, but you're kind of asking for it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's get 1 for each elf I control.
Plus,
All right.
he has a flyer, so it's like you might as well, because unless you have a flyer, you can't block his creature.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So I'm just gonna full swing at Matt.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What was that? 3 then?
It's 4, and then I gain 1 life for each elf I control, which is 2.
All right.
I'm at 35.
That's first blood.
First blood.
That would be a point at the comic shop.
The elves hit hard.
They do.
All right.
All right, you
Pass
passing?
turn?
Yep.
Yep.
So, what are you guys' musical backgrounds? Barbara, you said that you're in an opera troupe. Like, how does that work? 'Cause, so I'm not much into opera at all, but like, how does that like go on?
So it's been a minute. I was in an opera troupe when I was younger. Like gosh, I don't want to date myself here, but like 8 years ago, I want to say now. But yeah, it's funny. I had to stop doing that because I actually, as I was heading into conservatory proper, I actually got vocal cord nodules from a type of acid reflux that basically kind of burned my vocal cords.
Ooh.
So after that, I did like 3 months of voice rest. After taking a hiatus from singing completely, obviously I had to stop my musical studies. But I did 3 months of voice rest, and when I came back, I'm like, well, I can't go back into doing that. And then that's kind of where I'm like, well, I've always been a metalhead, and it gives me the opportunity to kind of experiment with my techniques I've learned over the years and try a bunch of different things out. So yeah, that's kind of how I ended up here.
That's awesome.
That is. So opera, like that takes a lot of strain on your voice. Like again, I know very little, but like the amount of like force that you're pushing out just to like hit those ridiculously high notes. And on some of the songs that you guys have there, like you just like hit them beautifully. So it's like,
Yeah.
what does that do? Like how do you like focus on something like that? And especially if you had nodules, you said, like because of acid reflux, like do you got to be more careful? Is it like scarred or?
No, I mean, I definitely pay more attention. I definitely feel like I've developed better vocal hygiene now than I did when I was younger. But yeah, basically, it's funny. Like, there's a lot of crossover with metal and opera. So I'd say it's definitely like a very mental thing. Like, when I sing, I do concentrate a lot. But at the same time, like, the more you do it, like anything else, it's muscle memory. So it's fun to get to play with and access different areas of my voice. And I've actually started taking lessons a few months ago with David Ockeson, who's fantastic. And I've learned so much from him, even more about like, you know, kind of having that crossover between like the operatic training with the metal style of singing, and kind of keeping them both in their little boxes and letting them kind of like interact when they need to, if that's.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have like a favorite warm up then? Because I imagine again, like how you got like warm up your vocal cords. It's like there has to be like a range of different warm ups that you got to do, and like the amount of water you got to drink just to like help with that, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely terrible about the water thing. I'm trying to be better. But
Me too.
but yeah, when it comes to warm up, I love arpeggios, just like simple arpeggios. Those are like probably my favorite things to like
Sorry,
warm
just-
up with.
It's pro.
What about you, Nick?
Well, just to elaborate on what she was saying, like, you know, when you were talking about the force that comes out of like an opera singer, she is loud. Let me tell you, like, when she's singing next to you in the room, I mean, she can break your eardrums. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
like it comes through, and it's crazy because like metal singers don't even really need to be that loud because they sing through the microphone over all this distortion. But she can really like, she's a powerhouse vocalist, which is I think it's a really cool sonic quality to the band that we have. She's really big sound with like a very rich tone and like a wide vibrato. It's cool. It's classical. So yeah, I just think it's cool to hear her in person.
Thank you.
As for me, I don't know. What are you asking me exactly?
Matt was asking your musical background.
My background musically. Well, I started off as a drummer, and I've been playing the drums since I was like 15 or 14, and just self-taught. And I played in school. I ended up playing like all different kinds of instruments. I've just always been really into music. My mom was a DJ, So like I just heard all kinds of music growing up. I've always loved rock and metal and just everything. I love all kinds of music, and the drums really spoke to me. And then bass kind of just was a natural evolution from the drums because of the rhythm. And I was in a band on the drums. I was in a band on the bass. And then that band fell through. I've been in a lot of bands since I was a kid, and been playing live since I was 16. And now I'm playing bass only in two bands that are live bands. So it's weird how that kind of my drumming kind of went and took a back seat. But I actually just joined a project to play drums for the doom metal band with my buddy. So it's not going to be a live thing. Empress is very demanding, and I want to focus my time on that and lore as well. But playing drums in this project is really cool. I should be putting an album out hopefully this year, maybe next year, as soon as it's ready to go. I recorded my drums. And yeah, playing bass and drums I just love it. I play guitar too. I sing a little bit, but I'm not
Man,
really good
just-
at those.
Just
I'm
do,
better at
that's
the-
all right, man. You got to dabble in all of it. Yep. Well, cool, man. That's
Yeah, I love
fantastic.
music. What's that?
I said that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, let's get this turn going.
Okay, starting off, we're gonna price of fame that manufacturer. We're gonna destroy target creature, and then I surveil too.
You fucking.
Yeah.
I invite you on. You play the game. How dare you?
I'm not a fan of the amount of food and clue tokens that you will be getting here. So
Fair enough.
taking
Starve
it
him.
taking it easy there. But yes, then I'll do that, and I will pass the turn.
All right. Clue tokens 2, right? To sacrifice it. Matt,
To sacrifice what?
the clue token.
Yeah, it's two to sack.
Yeah. Okay. So then your turn. I'm gonna pay 2. Sack my 1 clue token to draw a card. Ooh, that I like. I will untap. Roll for Mana Crypt. It is 3, so I'll take 3 damage.
There it is.
Oh.
I don't know what I should do.
Yeah, I'm at 32 life and no one's even swung at me. Well, Matt swung once.
Yeah, I got him for 1 point. 1 point of damage there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll swing, or I will draw for turn. That's what it's called. Okay, untap. I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll
Ooh, big spells.
sack my treasure for 7 to play Bellfire Dragon. He is a flying. He is a flying 6/6. Whenever Bellfire Dragon deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
gonna keep the board clear.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And then Nick, you're open, right?
I am wide open.
Well, don't worry. He has summoning sickness, but I'll come at you with my dwarf, so I get another treasure. That's 2.
How much?
2.
Gotcha.
That's all I can do, though. I will pass to you, Nick.
All right. Let's see. What do I draw? Okay. That's interesting. Ooh. Yeah. All of these things are somewhat useful. All right, let's play Ambition's Cost. I draw 3 cards. I lose 3 life.
All right. Fair trade.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I would like to have 3 cards. I only got 3 right now. I need 3 more.
I would like to have
More
more
cards, the better.
clue and food tokens.
Yeah,
Get a land, but no. Damn. I'm gonna have to just pass.
Alright. Untap. Let's see, we got a big bad dragon staring us down that's gonna wipe the board away. When it deals combat damage?
Correct.
Okay. Now, do we have to worry about you giving it unblockable or trample? Because both of those would not be good.
I don't know.
You're the only one who knows.
Alright, well, let's see.
It's true.
Nick, you don't got any flyers, right?
No,
Alright, well, either way.
I am not your enemy.
No, I'm aware you're not my enemy, but he's totally, like, if I keep mine up and to block, he's totally just going to be swinging that dragon at you and then just wipe the board. So.
No, it only deals damage to his creatures, not yours.
Oh, it's not all creatures.
No, just the defending player.
Okay. Whew. Here I thought it was like a board wipe on every hit. I'm like, that's a lot, and I got rogues that are not that tough.
Yeah, no. So only his elves will die, and you want that. You want dead elves.
No.
Do I, though? I kind of want the elves to help me now against this dragon.
We have strength in numbers.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so if we're keeping
Take down the dragon.
If we're keeping a flyer back, I'm going to be losing my sprite here, which is unfortunate. But we're going to cast Sure-Footed Infiltrator. It is a Merfolk Rogue. It's a 2/3. Then I can tap an untapped rogue I control, and it can't be blocked this turn. And then whenever Sure-Footed Infiltrator deals damage to a player, I draw a card.
Cool.
So I cast that, and I will pass the turn. Got to keep them blockers up for a big old dragon coming at me.
Was that it?
Yes, I passed the turn.
Sorry, I had to close the dog in. Man, it's getting... Yeah. Oh, no. Alright. Untap. Roll for Mana Crypt. It is 2. I take no damage. Alright, we're back and forth here. Draw for turn. Oh. Well, Nick, convince me not to swing at you. Tell me your best, funniest Empress story, and if I'm amused, I will not attack you.
Oh, I have a story. One time we did a Friendsgiving, and it was a lot of fun. We got drunk on wine.
Hell
and
yeah.
Beer chicken, and
Beer
the best
chicken,
part
okay.
was Barbara. Yeah, the beer chicken was good, but the best part was Barbara made a rum ham.
Ah, yes!
I mean, a legit rum.
The legit rum ham, and I swear to God, we all were getting rip shit on rum ham. It was so good, and it literally was getting us drunk.
That is amazing.
It was ridiculous.
I don't drink anymore, but I really wish I could have a rum ham. Like, I've actually been listening to the It's Always Sunny podcast lately, so
Yeah.
the fact that story had rum ham, I will not swing at you. So instead, I'll tap
Real
one.
Philly story.
I will lightning bolt your flyer, Matt.
Dukes. Yep. My sprite is bolted.
Well, he had a good story. I'm sorry, sir.
No, it's fair enough. My question is, what the fuck is a rum ham?
Bro,
Oh,
do you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I do not. No.
Just go to YouTube and look up It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia rum ham. Yeah, it's literally what it sounds like. It's a ham full of rum, and then you eat the ham.
it's
Okay, I
good.
type it in. I see Danny DeVito holding a ham on the beach.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
the first
that's what
picture
it
that
is.
pops up.
All right. While you look at that, I'm gonna swing at you with 6 in the air, good sir.
I'll take it.
And then 6 damage
You're gonna
to
need that rum
all your
ham.
creatures.
I'm gonna need that rum ham soon enough just to forget getting smoked by this dragon here.
Oh, and I'll send my
Exactly.
commander at you too.
Oh, me too? Okay.
Well,
That's a 2-1?
no, because you can block him before this dude does damage to you, and I don't want my commander to die. So,
Could. I could indeed.
so I won't.
So just a dragon?
Just the dragon.
Just a dragon. I still get slapped.
He'll get slapped. Yep. Then I'm going to tap 2 for Dermataxi. It is an artifact vehicle. It has imprint as it enters the... Oh, do I want to do that yet? Hold on. Yeah, why not? Oh, hell yeah, actually. Oh, this is amazing. As it enters the battlefield, exile a creature card from a graveyard. I'm going to exile my Academy Worker. It gets imprinted onto Dermataxi. I can tap 2 untapped creatures I control. And until end of turn, Dermataxi becomes a copy of the exiled card, except it's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types.
That's pretty legit.
That is, but to get the benefit of Assembly Worker, I would have to tap 4 creatures. Or, not necessarily. But, is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do, guys? How many... How many artifacts you got out? I don't think anyone has any out right now, right?
None.
I'm not going to do that, guys. Pretend I did nothing. Except
We
lightning.
saw no mammoth taxi skin hybrid thing.
Um,
Because that's what's on it, right? It's a woolly mammoth
yeah.
with wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's what it is. It's hilarious. I love it.
What creatures you got out there, Nick?
I have 2 elves. One's a 1/1 and a 3/2.
3-2. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do.
Do you want to ask me what I have on my board?
Nah, I don't.
What you got there?
I got Scorched Earth.
So I'm gonna. How big? What's your biggest elf?
3/2.
Well, congratulations. He's gonna get +2/+2, and he's goaded.
Oh. No.
So I'm playing
He's
Shiny
going to
Impetus, Enchant Creature. Enchant Creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. It attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. Whenever Enchanted Creature attacks, I get to create a treasure token. So that means you have to attack with it every turn, and you have to attack Matt. But he gets a +2/+2.
Do I still keep my ability, which is I gain life every time?
Yes. So you're actually getting a benefit. You're getting +2/+2, and then the downside is though you have to attack, and you just can't attack me.
Not much.
All right, I'll work for you.
Not much of a downside when you don't have any competition right here. It's like they can't deal with the elves.
Yeah.
Scorched Earth, man.
And then I'll pass there. Plus, that's incentive for me not to swing my dragon at you because you're going to be making me treasure tokens. So
Yeah. I'll work for you. I'll mine the dungeon. You know what I mean? Like, I'll help.
absolutely.
I'll work for my dragon overlord.
I gotta
let's
reconsider my fucking jobs here or something. Rogues just try to jack treasure, can't even pick some gold up off the ground.
Look, I'm still salty
rich
about
life
the
and
Academy Worker, bro.
servitude.
Sorry, what'd you play, Nick?
I'm gonna play Wood Elves Classic. When it enters the battlefield, I search my library for forest, put that card onto the battlefield,
Nice.
shuffle. Let's see. Forest. Because that's what I really need. Alright. So I think that comes. Shall I put that card on the battlefield? Oh, I don't have to put it out tapped.
Ooh, even
'Cause
better.
I could play a land. Yeah, so I have 2. I don't think I have anything to play. Let me see.
Have you played a land this turn?
No.
You can still play a land if you have
That's
a
why
land
the
in your
Wood
hand.
Elves came out.
Gotcha.
Alright, let's see. Do I have a 2? I do not. So now my goat has to attack.
Has to attack.
All right, I'm coming at you for 5, and I gain 3.
I'll take it down to 24.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. I know where that shiny mist is coming from.
And I get a treasure.
Dragons in its den tossing coins at those to entice them to work for it.
Yeah. He's hoarding his treasure. All right. I pass.
Okay, let's see. Untap. Oh, untap. We got a bunch of uphill battling to do here. So to start things off, I'm going to cast a Merfolk Wind Robber. It has flying, it's a 1/1, and then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player mills a card, and then I can sack it, draw a card. I can only activate this if an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Okay, I'll play a land for turn. Then I'm going to tap 2 and sacrifice the Mirrored Landscape, and when I do that, I look for 2 basic land types that share a type and put them into play tapped. I'll grab 2 islands, and then I will pass the turn.
All right. I'll untap my Dragon. Roll for Mana Crypt.
Take the 3. Take the 3. Come on.
It is 3. It's odds. Down to 29 life, and I have only been pinged once. Draw for turn. Alright. Now I'm going to play Dermataxi. I guess I am going to do Assembly Worker, but the main reason I'm doing this is because I will then tap 3 to play Dwarven Nomad. Target, it's a dwarf. Haha. A 1/1. I can tap it. Target creature with power 2 or less is unblockable this turn.
Oh, thank goodness that dragon is super big.
I will tap 2 creatures to make Dermataxi become a copy of Academy or Assembly Worker. Oh no, that's the yeah. But since I tapped those, I believe before he became the creature, I won't get to benefit off his ability.
Yeah,
right?
Because that's the activation.
Yeah.
Before it happens.
Yep. But I will still get 2 treasures, so I'm up to 4 treasures. And I'm still gonna swing at you, Matt, with a 6/6.
My poor little flying merfolk rogue is gonna block.
I saw that Rogue's Passage come out. Okay.
Does it have trample?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, my wind robber just got his wind robbed.
All right, I'm gonna pass to Nick.
All right. Get my goat back up. Oh, man. Where are the lands? What did I do to myself?
I would like to
Okay.
trade my lands for spells, if that's possible.
Trade offer.
I feel like spells are important in the predicament that I am in.
Let's see. Ooh. I can't do that though. Well. All right. I will play Bounty of Skemfar.
Very nice.
This reveals the top 6 cards of my library. Okay. I may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, which I will do now. and an elf card from among them into my hand. What do I want? What do I want?
That's good value for 3 mana.
Right?
6 cards get 2 things. God dang.
The bounty of Skemfar. That's right. Ooh, that's interesting.
I can understand why there's a bounty on that. That's good. That's a good turn return there.
Yeah. How about I will take jagged scar archers. Power and toughness equal to elves I control, and I can tap them to deal damage equal to his power to a target creature with flying. That's going to go in my hand.
Hey.
And then the rest of the cards go in my bottom of my library.
Archers seem like a good way to combat a dragon there.
Huh.
Hey! Maybe I can break my servitude here. But I only have 2 mana. Keep getting stuck in the situation here. Just not enough mana yet. So, my goat is. I'm gonna get my goat. Sorry.
No,
That's
it's
a
all good.
5.
It's 5?
And
Okay.
I get 3 more. Life.
And I get a treasure. You could swing at me. I am open. But if you want blockers too, you know. But I am completely tapped out.
Yeah, I only have 1/1s. I just feel like it's not worth it.
Okay.
I'll pass.
And you'll pass. Okay. Here's amazing top deck. Oh, that's not bad actually. And looky there, have just enough mana? I have just enough mana for this.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna cast tap 7 mana and cast Enigma Thief. Let's try that again. Enigma Thief enters the battlefield. For each opponent, return up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls to their hand. So we're gonna bounce that dragon there on your side, Jason,
Okay.
and we're gonna bounce the elf that is enchanted on your side there, Nick.
My treasures.
Yeah. So that enchantment graveyard, get it out of here. I don't want him to have it. Your servitude is broken. The shackles have been freed, Nick.
You got my goat.
Your goat has new revitalization, though. It's its own goat. And then after that, I'm gonna pass the turn.
In retaliation.
It's a 5/5,
Okay.
by the way, with flying.
And my audio's going out. Oh my god.
He rules the skies now.
Until that dragon comes back, because that's a 6/6.
Okay.
Then I gotta figure out what to do again.
So I'm sacking 5 treasures to search for an artifact or a dragon.
Oh, you had 5? Oh no.
And I'm just gonna come out swinging, bro. You're tapped out. That's a precon. There's no fierce guardianship in that thing.
There's not.
I'm gonna slap down a Blightsteel Colossus.
Ah. Double uh-ohs.
Yeah.
That thing does have trample.
Trample, infect, and indestructible. If Blightsteel would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Blightsteel Colossus and shuffle it into its owner's library.
Strong is that?
What's up?
It's an 11/11.
Yep.
It's 11/11.
Yep.
11/11.
An 11/11 infect. Then I'll untap, roll for Mana Crypt.
Take 3.
I will take 3.
Yes.
Draw for turn.
Something.
I will tap 2 creatures to make this a thing. Get 2 treasures. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sacrifice one of the treasures. To play Meteor Golem. When Meteor Golem enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. I'm going to destroy your one creature, Matt.
The Enigma Thief. He's questioning why he was so mysterious for a second there.
and then I'm going to swing at you with Blightsteel.
And I got nothing. Ugh.
And Matt is dead.
He doesn't have summoning sickness?
I did it at the end of Matt's turn.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. Oh.
Yep.
Magda's ability just decided to drop that in and smack some cheeks there is what that did.
So thank you, Nick. You helped me with the goad.
Yeah.
All right.
Died of poison.
Well, in honor of Matt's death, do you have another question you would like to ask Empress, Matt?
Oh, I get questions. Okay. Geez, I could talk forever if this is the case. So, from Philadelphia, how big is the metal scene over there? Like, when I think of Philadelphia, I just think of like hardcore kids and a lot of like punk going on down there in like the skate parks and worn out warehouses. Is that true, or is that just like TV that plays that in my head?
You're stereotyping, sir. I don't appreciate that. We're 90% cheesesteaks and accents, okay?
Dude, that's where the Fresh Prince is from, okay? Born and raised.
And even he wanted to leave.
Yeah. Someone in the chat said, I think cheesesteaks as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because that's our best export for sure. You're not like totally wrong. It's the metal scene's weird. It's like there's a lot of death metal and metalcore, hardcore, like you were saying. When it comes to music, I mean, there's a lot of like other genres like outside of metal. There's a lot of prog and jazz fusion and reggae and like just all kinds of things. It's really eclectic and. Our kind of metal is basically unheard of. I mean, there's only so many bands I can think of that we really even can play with that are like in the same field as us, you know. There's a bunch that we know, and you know, we try to make friends with any power metal, even heavy metal bands that could be construed as power metal or something, but symphonic power metal. I mean, people ask us all the time if we're from Europe. And it's just like,
Really?
nope, we're from Philly, and I don't really think there's another band. I mean, maybe there is, and I don't know them, but I can't really think of a band that's really doing what we're doing here in this place. So we're weird. We're very weird, strange here, but we, you know, that's why we want to take our band and our sound to like a worldwide level and play everywhere that we can, get as much attention online as possible to try to play in as many faraway places as possible because, I mean, the pond here is not where we're going to be successful. So we can recognize that, you know. Philadelphia is not the symphonic power metal scene.
I mean, it's the same in Sacramento, dude. Like you described my situation to a T, so I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you
That
notice,
kind of leads me to.
oh, sorry, go ahead, man.
No. Keep going on there because my question was that was gonna lead into another question.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna say, like, if you've noticed, it's why things like Hyperspace and Mad with Power, I think, are doing so well because that just kind of seems how it is in a lot of places for like the power metal symphonic. But when we're able to get something like Mad with Power or even Hyperspace in Canada, where we can all like get together, it's, you know, because that's the thing is like, you know, when I play around here, dude, we play small shows. Like Sacramento's like where my bands do the worst, and if you look at our numbers, it's like, why, you know, what's up with that? And then, but again, like these festivals are really great and successful because I think with this kind of genre just in America, the fans are there, but we're all just for some reason spread apart, you know.
Yeah, there's no like formation of a scene necessarily. It's made up of stragglers from all over the country and all over the other
Exactly.
countries in the world that are like, you know what I mean? I feel like I used to have an analogy for this, but I can't remember. But like, it's just so few and far between, like you're saying, and when we come together at like festivals or events that are like catered to our genre, that's where people they turn out because it is like an event, and we try to play shows or even book shows ourselves that are like we want to feature other bands that are like us. We want other bands that are good. We want like a good metal show like for fans of this kind of music. We don't just want to play, every bar, every night that has any band,
Absolutely.
coming through. Like we want to put on like an event because we know that the people that are there, that people will come to us if we provide them something that they can, come out to see. And you can't just like oversaturate yourselves because
Yep.
there just aren't those people. We're few and far between.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Matt, go ahead.
Okay, so that still bridges into this next question then. So it's like, what concerts do you guys attend? Like, if you're not playing, you just want to go out and see, like, do you go to these hardcore, deathcore events, or do you like, is there more like jazz and stuff that you'd want to go to first?
It's funny. I'm actually, I always say like Nick is actually like a music fan. Like he loves music and listens to all different kinds of genres. I'm someone who really listens strictly to metal, and I don't say that like proudly, like, oh, everything else is garbage. I don't think that. I just feel like I get everything I need from the genre, and I love listening to other music too. It's just I tend
Excuse me,
to,
there's
to,
no
to stick with
skanking
it.
in metal. So what do you mean you get everything from metal? Just kidding.
I feel like I get like with all the subgenres. I feel, there's like doom, there's like power metal. If you want something that's a little like mellower or ambient, like I've been listening to a lot of like ambient, like just like noise music lately. And yeah, I feel pretty satisfied with what I get from it. So it's funny, we do love going to shows together. We just went and saw Monolord on Thursday in Philly at Underground Arts. The next show we're going to is there's so many. We actually had to make like a list to keep track. We just try to go to all the metal events and shows that we can.
Nice.
Pretty
Though,
much anything.
saying you can get everything you need out of metal, you actually aren't wrong, because if you listen to Devin Townsend, there you go.
Yeah.
You get everything from that
do.
man. Yeah. He'll give you a little bit of everything, so cool.
Yeah, I love Devin.
Oh yeah, dude's amazing. Okay, so I've killed Matt, and I'm passing the turn.
Oh boy. All right, let me draw.
Hoisted on my own petard. I love Infect, so.
Oh boy, this is interesting. I mean, I'm gonna die. Oh.
Including his hairline.
Who can be able to get that out yet? Oh boy. I'm weirdly having an elf clog, if that makes sense. It's just like a clog of elves.
An elf dam?
Yes, they're more like beavers. Oh boy. Anything I play is going to put me in the grave, so let's just embrace it. Elvish War Master. When one or more other elves enter the battlefield under my control, I can create an elf token.
That's
It can only
good.
trigger once per turn. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's a cool guy.
Only once per turn.
Yeah, only once. What
kind of elf is that?
Jagged Scar Archers now. He's the archer guy, and I'll just put this guy out as my elf token.
Okay.
So now I have 5 elves, which means he's a 5/5 archer. It's not enough. Man, that's pretty much all I can do. I mean, I know you're tapped, but when you attack me with your dragon, it's gonna kill everything, right?
The dragon
6 to all my creatures.
The dragon's back in my hand because of Matt, so I can't actually.
You have the other guy out.
I do have
the
Blight still, and I do have a 3/3 blocker that's not tapped. But otherwise, yes, I'm tapped
What's your
out.
life?
26.
What is your life total?
I'm at 26.
Gee,
You're above 40, huh?
I can only do. I'm at 43, but
Ooh.
I only have 2. I have 2 damage I could deal you.
Hell yeah.
So I'm just gonna pass.
All right.
Man,
I will untap. Mana Crypt.
You just gotta last another, what is it, like 7 turns, and then the mana crypt will kill him?
Evens. All right.
No, I lied. It's
Draw
more
for
than 7 now.
turn. I'm going to play a land, a snow-covered mountain. I'm going to tap 3 to play Dwarven Blood Boiler. Tap an untapped dwarf you control. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Nick. I'm going to tap.
give me another goat.
I'm going to tap 3 elves. I'll get 3 treasures. I'm going to give +6/+0 to Blightsteel Colossus, making him a 17/11.
Whew.
And then I'll swing him. I'll swing him at you with trample.
Do I tap 3 elves? You said.
No, I did.
3
Oh, okay,
dwarves,
so
3
they're
dwarves.
still up.
Yeah. So the dwarf I just played allows me to tap dwarfs to give a creature +2/+0. So I tapped 3 of them, which gave me 3 treasure tokens, and then I gave +6/+0 to Blightsteel, making him a 17/11, and now I'm attacking you with him.
I got you. I thought you said elves. That's why I was confused.
I might
so
have.
How much damage am I taking here? He's a trample, isn't he?
Yes, so he's 17. If I get 10 on you, you dead.
Because he's infect.
Because he's
He has
infect.
Well, I think then, I mean, 2. Oh, well, if I block with this guy, I can prevent that from happening. Yeah, let's prolong this. This guy will block. He's at 5. I need to block at least 8 of the damage. All right.
Right.
Oh boy. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I'll keep my Elvish War Master. These guys will block and die. This sucks. How much damage is left over that I'm getting here?
So you blocked 8,
I blocked 8 of it.
so you'll take 9.
Is he the only one that attacked?
Yes.
Okay, so 3.
Now, Matt, I always get confused on this one. Does he actually lose life, or is he just taking poison counters?
He just takes poison counter.
So-
You don't lose any.
So you're not
life
losing life
because
right now,
you-
Nick.
Oh, it's actually just poison counters.
Yeah, so you have 9 poison counters.
You
Shit.
keep your life, but as soon as you get to 10, then you're dead.
I know that one card I have that does a death touch. He does that too. Ugh. I didn't realize he was poison. Okay.
Yeah, Finn the Fang Bearer. That's the one you're talking about, right?
And yep, exactly.
I got that
I
in
love
my
that card.
Abzan Infect deck. Love that card.
Yeah, it's cool to build a deck around him. I have a deck built around him actually. Okay, so I'm gonna die.
Yeah, hey man, you might. So that's all I'm doing. So I'll pass it back to you.
Part of the cards.
Yeah.
Get an exile artifact card. Top deck an exile creature or an artifact. Those are your 2 outs right at this current moment.
Land. What is that card an artifact?
It is.
It is.
He is.
It's an indestructible artifact.
Oh god.
So Barbara,
Yeah.
hang on. Hold on. Stupid.
I couldn't.
I swear this is the worst the audio's ever been. I've never had to close it this many times. So while he's figuring out how to save himself, why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about what's coming up for Empress these days? I know you've told me you guys are working on an album. How much of that can you talk about?
So, not a whole lot, unfortunately, but I can say that we're getting very, very close to being able to finally talk about it.
Nice.
Really, really excited. We put so much of ourselves into it, and you know, like Nick mentioned before, with the pandemic getting in the way, it was it's been so hard to kind of keep quiet and you know, just kind of do this tap dance and say
Right.
like big things coming for so long.
It,
But
yeah, it gets frustrating. I know the
but-
feeling.
yeah, but we're getting there. Right now, the things I can publicly mention would be like, you know, we have a show coming up at Dobbs in Philly next month.
Okay.
Then in May we'll be playing with Mind Maze of Bar 13, and then you guys know about Mad with Power.
Right.
So yeah, that's unfortunately all I can publicly say at the moment, but I can say that the album is on its way and it's gonna come out soon.
All right.
Yeah,
I love it.
and that it's definitely you know, worth the wait, and it's
Yeah.
very meticulously crafted. We're very
Awesome.
proud of. We can't wait to talk more about it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll have to do a round two when that time comes. And then, how did you guys get hooked up with Pete? I've kind of been, you know, becoming friends with Pete lately. So when I saw him share this earlier, I realized you guys were working with Pete. How did that come about?
Yeah.
Pete from Seven
He
Spires.
actually- it's funny,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny. We our third show as a band, we played with Seven Spires at Bar 13 in Delaware.
Nice.
And he watched us and he came up to us and he was just like, you know, really impressed and very complimentary. And he was, you know, like, how many shows have you guys been doing? And we told him it was our third show and he was just like really shocked. So we stayed in touch. And then when he started getting involved in doing management, he reached out to us.
Awesome.
That was about like a year or so later. So yeah, it's been great working with him. We've got like nothing but good things to say about him and his partner Paul during management. They've been fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't think it's a secret. I don't think it's. Someone says Pete was impressed, but spelled Empress. Get it? I love it.
But
Oh, gee,
Yeah, it's not like
that's
a
our goal.
right. So Pete's kind of been working with Prime as well, not as a manager because we have a manager, but as a booking agent. So we've been kind of talking and doing stuff with him. Again, I don't know if that was a secret. No one ever told me not to say anything. Like, obviously nothing publicly has been said, but yeah. So Pete's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Pete's a super nice guy. So I haven't got to meet him yet, unfortunately. And they were just in town because they're on tour with Dragon Force. But as I mentioned, I forget things, and it was like the night of the show, and someone's like, "Hey man, you coming out to Dragon Force tonight?" I was like, "Oh shit, that is tonight," and I didn't make it. So I haven't met Pete yet.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, Nick, what answers you got? What's the Hail Mary?
None. I have no answers. So I'm gonna play Spring Bloom Druid. When it enters the battlefield, I may sacrifice a land, and if I do, I can get 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, and shuffle my library.
Hell yeah.
So, since I may do that, I'm not going to do that.
If it makes
I'm
you feel
just gonna
better,
pass.
If it makes you feel better, people in the chat are giving me grief saying that using Infect against a precon is honestly mean. So you have people.
I was a little surprised, overwhelmed. I was like, "Whoa, wait a second."
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, every card in my hand is just another elf that works with other elves and doesn't really do anything else. So
Right.
it would have been great if I had a ton of mana and you didn't board wipe me.
I'm sorry.
But that's not the game we're playing.
Yeah.
Just pass.
All right. You're gonna say something, Matt?
Oh, I was about to say, I apologize. I'm pretty sure I'm the reason why Jason decided to go straight to Infect on this one, because one of the last times I played Anawan was with Jason, and it did a whole that enchantment one where it became like a big, and I was just attacking with Anawan and killed everybody in 2 turns and stuff. So he's like,
Listen, Matt loves his mill and Infect, and Matt deserved Blightsteel. You didn't, Nick, but Matt deserved it. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I'll accept that 100%. I deserve it all the time.
You are just collateral damage. I'm sorry. Oh, I
I
gotta.
love too. I have all this life, and it doesn't matter because of the poison counter.
Nope. And I got
It's like cool.
evens, so no mana crypt. So we got accidental chaos, accidental question in the chat. So give us 1 second, buddy. When we finish this game, we're gonna open up some Q&As, and you can ask away. But first, I must kill Nick. So I'll play a land. I'm gonna bring my dragon back out. Just why not?
Because why not?
Then I'll tap 3, get 3 more treasures. Blightsteel is once again a 17-11 coming at you, Nick.
Oh man, I'll just take it.
All
Like a
right.
champ.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Nick and Barbara and Matt. Oh, we got a kitty. We got a kitty. Is this a Johnny?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is a Johnny. He's like, oh, you
A
dead?
Johnny.
I can lay on this playmat then.
Yep. Let's move that camera up so we can see the kitty's face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta,
Aw.
let us see the kitty.
Oh, hello, kitty.
Johnny.
This is a Johnny.
Aw.
Hey, Johnny.
He is 9 years old, 10 years old this August. I got him. He's an old kitty. He loves attention. He jumps on my lap all the time when I'm doing stuff. He loves being on playmats. All the typical kitty things.
100 Days asked, is a Johnny a Russian blue?
He is a barn cat, to my knowledge.
Okay.
When we got him, my ex texted me. It was like, what do you think if we had some cats? And I'm like, we're in an apartment that doesn't allow cats. She's like, oh, well, I got 2.
All right, Johnny, you're still in the show. Come on now. Cute kitty.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go ahead and, for those still with us, if you have any questions you want to ask Nick and Barbara, now's the time. I don't know if you two want to raise the camera so we can see you now. Yay.
Raise the roof.
So someone did ask, hold on. Oh my God. Every time it gets serious. Hold on. I'm back. Someone did ask, what's everyone's favorite band? So we might as well go around with everybody, but we'll start with Nick and Barbara first. So yeah, what's your favorite band? You can say more than one, because I definitely will.
Okay, yeah. Favorite band ever is probably Pink Floyd.
Nice. Great choice.
But then when I start getting into metal, it's Dream Theater, Opeth, Haken, if you know Haken.
Dude, you and my drummer will be like best friends. Those are like all his favorite bands. Yeah.
I'm like every drummer. I'm like the drummer stereotype, or like if you had to like play me in D&D, like, you know what I mean? Like if I was a character. Every drummer I meet is like the same as me.
Right.
But yeah, prog metal bands mostly, but I love Leprous and Haken. Haken is like my modern day favorite. I think they're even better than Dream Theater, but Dream Theater I think are the best players in the world ever.
I gotta jump in, and bro, I'll take Michael Romeo over Dream Theater.
Those guys.
Just say
Actually, there's two kinds of people. There's the Dream Theater are better people, or the Symphony X is better people. And you can live wrong. It's okay. You can be wrong. I
Well,
love Symphony X. They're touring with Haken.
they are. Romeo's got the riffs, bro. You know.
He plays like butter. He plays like absolute butter, and it's amazing. But let me tell you, more notes don't make you better, man. Petrucci's got soul.
All right. Well, we'll see about that. Anyways, Barbara, what's your favorite band?
For me, I feel like of all time, I would say this is this Japanese power metal band called Versailles.
Nice.
I've just been in love with them forever, and they have a huge influence on me. So I'd say like they're my favorite band ever. But of course, like I have to say like Nightwish and Epica. Another band that is my current favorite and has been for a few years now is this band called Lord of the Lost from Germany. I used to say guilty pleasure. I don't feel guilty anymore. It's just really fun. They make just really good, just like gothy metal crossover kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're great. They're just fun to listen to.
They're so much fun. And
That's
then I'd say
awesome.
Halloween and just
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
Halloween, of course.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. So got another question. So before we get to you, Matt. So Barbara, someone asked, what album from Versailles is the Japanese band?
Versailles.
Sigh, yeah.
Oh wait, Versa something something. They're asking
It's
what
French.
album should they
Yeah.
start with?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh boy, I would say to start either with Noble, which was their second release, or I would say the EP that they had originally started with Lyrical Sympathy. But yeah, you know what? Noble is a really great place to start.
All right, sweet, Noble. I've never heard of them either, so I might check that out today.
Oh my God, they're so good.
Treat. I love them.
Okay, yeah,
They
man.
dress up too. Like the whole thing is it's Yoshiki, which is like absolute beauty of form. So
Nice.
like they try to be like as decadent as they can be sonically, but also visually. So they dress in like these like really beautiful, almost like Rococo kind of outfits, and it's just they're so good.
That's awesome. Okay, I love it. Matt.
Great lead guitar.
Oh, sweet. How about you, Matt? You wanna chime in with your favorite band?
Oh man, I'm like that weird music lover that like has a lot. Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull out this PDF that Jason just sent me that says Helion Prime, Planeswalker, Dire.
Yes.
But no.
The small print. If you ever want to be back on the show, no.
I could go with what I've been listening to a lot right now. I fucking love Bloodywood. They just dropped their first album, and they
That stuff is
fucking
sick.
slap so much. And I've been jamming to that like all week as well. Like, oh my god, their one song just gets you so hyped up. Hold on, because they're an Indian band from India, and their song is called Machi Bahazid. I am very bad at pronouncing things, but Bloodywood, 10 out of 10 right now. It's like what's been going into my ears the most this week. But like longest band that I've liked, like the first band that got me into metal, because I grew up country roots and stuff. So like Avenged Sevenfold in my space days, Little Piece of Heaven was like an answer to a quiz like what metal are you, and it's like Little Piece of Heaven. And so like I'm like 10-year-old Matt was like, oh my god, this is so edgy, this is so cool. So I mean, Avenged Sevenfold I guess would be in there, but no, it's like everything else. Like I listen to so much. Demotional is really good. I Killed the Prom Queen, everywhere. It's just fucking everywhere. I can't pick one. It's always like a flavor of the week for me. It's like I'm always changing.
That's okay too. Absolutely. So for me, it always comes down to 3 artists. So it's not so much a band, but the reason why will make sense. So Tobias Sammet, Ari and Anthony Lucasen, and then Devin Townsend.
Yeah.
And the reason I choose them is because those guys all have several projects, and I love them all equally. So, it's sort of like I categorize Ed Guy and Avantasia as one, because it pretty much is, right? Star One and Arion is basically same guy, same mastermind, and then Devin Townsend with everything he does. So, and then throw in Blind Guardian there for the flavor, So those would be my top, right?
Mind Guardians.
Oh yeah, but those 3 gentlemen are like my top 3 guys that they're the top 3, but not necessarily one's number 1 and one's number 3. They're just kind of equally right there for me. Cool. All right, there's still some.
I was going to say to you earlier when you mentioned Devin Townsend. So I think he's the artist I've seen live more than any other artist.
Really?
I I love him so much,
Mhm.
and it's cool that you agree with the genius that is, Arian Lucasen and Devin Townsend, and
Oh,
Tyler
yeah.
Samet and all that, because they put their hands on so many things and they cover so much
Yep.
ground with their music. And we were listening to Arian last night. My favorite album is The Human Equation, probably.
That's a great album.
That's got to have been.
I'm not
that's
surprised that's your favorite one.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. You've got the best cast.
Yep.
And yeah, I love those bands. And you mentioned Blind Guardian too. I think I'm pretty positive Sozos is in a band that covered Blind Guardian. It was in their song contest that they did a year or 2 years ago.
I don't know if it was
Is that 2
a
years
band. Don't know if it was a.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Collaboration.
It was like a
I'm
collaboration.
pretty
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Because I remember seeing him and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he's done a couple Blind Guardian covers.
Yeah, they did.
Script.
Which song did they do? Another Holy War?
Yes. Or was it "And the Story Ends"?
Yeah. So we actually did this contest too. I don't know if you know that, but
No.
we were in the contest with them, and we put out a version of Another Holy War. That's got Barbara singing,
Nice.
and I'm playing with my other band, Lore. We entered the contest, and yeah, doing that song was so much fun because we really rearranged it all and made it, we made it faster. Actually, I think we were the only band that sped the tempo up, and it's just so much fun to play. It was so much fun to record. The video kind of sucks, but like the song is awesome. You can only hear it on YouTube. So like if you look up Lore, Another Holy War, you'll see Barbara singing with Lore, and it's a really cool cover that we did. Blind Guardian loved it too. They picked us for their round, but we didn't win the whole contest. But when they
Awesome.
saw our version, they moved us on to the next round, which was really cool.
Getting to see Hansi Kirsch react to my singing is still like one of those surreal moments.
Yeah.
Like,
They were jamming. They were like, "This is so metal."
That's awesome.
cool that they did that. I love that they did that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Cool.
We love that band. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool they did that and how enthusiastic they were to like see their fans play their stuff. Like,
Yeah.
really, it's
They
very.
were good sports about watching everybody.
Yep, very charming of them for sure.
Yeah.
Someone asked, "What was your first metal show?" Funny enough, I'm gonna actually take this one first just because it's on topic. Funny enough, my first one was supposed to be Blind Guardian when A Night at the Opera just came out, and they were touring
Oh, wow.
with Symphony X.
Wow.
I didn't know who Symphony
goodness.
X was at the time, but their bus broke down in Seattle, and I'm down in Sacramento, and I was supposed to see them in San Francisco, so it's about a 9-hour drive. So Blind Guardian didn't make it to the San Francisco show. And I was 14 years old, and it was my first metal concert. I was so excited. And we get there and find out Blind Guardian is not going to be there. And I didn't know Symphony X. So I was like, I don't care about Symphony X. Yeah. Obviously, I'm a fan now. The show, that was just when the Odyssey came out. But yeah, so that was my first show. But again, it was on topic to Blind Guardian, so I figured I would just get that out there. But how about you guys?
What's yours?
So my first metal shows, it's funny. Actually, it kind of worked out because I was supposed to have. Well, I'll just work it in there. I'm half Puerto Rican, and for my 15th birthday, for my quinceañera, I opted instead of having that to go see Twisted Sister and get like VIP tickets with like my
hell
my
yeah.
mom and my friends. So that was my first metal show. So that's how I celebrated my quince was Twisted Sister.
How was that show?
That's fucking sick.
It was so much fun. Oh my god. I remember I got like whiplash. I just headbanged the whole time and danced and had the time of my life.
Man, I feel like Twisted Sister would be really fun to see. Yeah.
Yeah, so great.
Nice.
For me, it's weird. I have a memory of my first show. My first metal show, I honestly don't know. I'm trying to think of what it was, but I've been going to like metal concerts for so long, probably since I was like 14, like you were saying. probably something smaller that I'm just like not remembering. But the first concert I went to, I do remember very vividly. That was Aerosmith,
Nice.
and Andrew WK opened.
What? That's
So-
amazing.
Oh shit!
Dude,
So
here,
it wasn't metal, but it was close. You know what I mean? I love Aerosmith. They were one of my favorite bands growing up.
Hear me out.
Helped me get in.
I've said this to a few people. I know Andrew WK isn't metal, but they need to put that dude on 70,000 tons of metal. That would be
You're right.
the raddest
Awesome.
deck party ever. If Andrew
Yeah.
WK was
He's
there.
He's like metal adjacent. Like he's for metal heads, kind of like how like Tenacious D is for metal heads, even though they're like acoustic rock duo.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's like it's for metal heads.
Yep. How about you, Matt?
My first concerts, I was 14, and Drowning
14's the
Pool
number.
and All That Remains was coming through Fargo, and I got my ass up here. I tried
Nice.
to make it to an Avenged Sevenfold concert before that, but I bought tickets, and my mom, I wasn't supposed to go because it was happening on my dad's birthday, and there was this whole thing of where I fucking snuck around my parents' back to try and get there. Got caught almost to Fargo, but my first official concert was Drowning Pool, All That Remains, that came through Fargo.
That's awesome.
Stick.
I remember too, because again, like I was so young, I kind of grew up in a country town, and obviously, I think we're all roughly the same age. So back then, things were a little different on what you saw online. So a lot of these bands were still like just on the CD booklets to us. So I see all these bands I like Blind Guardian, playing these huge shows, which they're festivals in Europe. So I remember when I got there, I was also super bummed. It was this tiny little bar. And like hardly I'm driving down 14 years old. I'm expecting a giant arena that Blind Guardian is going to play at. So that was one of my first realizations of like, oh, being in a metal band in America, you're not playing to thousands of people.
Not in America, no.
Exactly. And then from there, and then you start to learn, oh, just because you're on a label, you don't make money. Fuck, what am I doing with my life? Yeah.
All the illusions just
Dude, for real.
pulled away.
But it started with the Blind Guardian show. Yep.
On Matt's note about Avenged Sevenfold, it's funny. I have a good memory of them because I hated them when I was a little kid, but then I learned to love them, and I actually really, really respect them a lot, especially like the Rev strumming. It's a shame when he passed away, but I saw them at Orion Fest, which was really cool. Metallica put on a festival in a baseball field in Atlantic City. And I got to go for free because my friend like found a way to get off his wristband without breaking it, and I put it on mine, and I got in. So I got to see the night that Metallica played both nights, but there was like a whole different assortment of bands, and Avenged Sevenfold played right before them. And I was in the biggest circle pit of my life in a baseball field, and there was so much dirt being kicked up like a dust bowl. You know what I mean? From Unholy Confessions. And everyone just ate shit in that field. Fell over like dominoes. It was hilarious and scary. It was it was frightening. I was like, oh my god, people are gonna get hurt, like stuck under this pile of bodies in this field. But yeah, that was a fun show.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, one thing is for sure, metalheads in a situation like that, metalheads will do their damnedest to make sure every motherfucker is picked up, and that is like one of the coolest things. Because let me tell you, I love fucking mosh pits so much. I've gone to many festivals and stuff growing up, since I've grown up and stuff, and it's just like you always see like someone falls down, everyone's just like, quickly break it up, make sure this person can get up so they don't stop, and they just pick them up and they're like, yeah, and then keep on moshing. Best experience.
I love it. Yeah, I love that whole atmosphere. I love going to shows. I love being in the pit and helping people up, and making sure everybody's having a good time. No one gets fucked up too bad. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
That's why I love
so
it.
This kind of falls in that question area. Then, like, out of all of your shows that you've been to, what has been the most crazy one that you've been to, where it's like the energy is like to a level that you never would have expected, and you're like, I am just on cloud 9 participating in this event. Like, do you guys have something like that?
It's probably Sabaton.
Oh shit!
The New England Metal and Hardcore Festival in I think 2017. We saw them, and the lineup was crazy. It was Sabaton, Hammerfall, Catatonia, which was funny to throw in there. But Swallow the
They're a
Sun,
great
Battle
band, though.
Beast, Sleep Dive. Yeah, it was such a crazy show, and it was so good. But the crowd there was just amazing. Everyone was so nice, and I remember like, we made friends. Like at one point, you just like sat in a circle with a bunch of people, and it really felt like one of those like you kind of enter as strangers, and I wouldn't say leave as friends because I never saw them again, but you
Leave
friends.
brothers.
And yeah, I just remember like it was just the energy was amazing. Like just like having a great time with everyone, and the band definitely picked up on it, and it was so much fun. Definitely like probably my favorite show to date still.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sabaton is too much fun. Like everybody's singing, everybody's dancing. When it's over, you're just like, no. Like, you know.
Mine, it's been over a decade now, but Ed Guy shows for sure. I think Tobias has the best stage banter of any frontman. Like it's almost like going to a comedy show and a metal show. Like the dude's incredible. Now the
Never seen them.
Me neither.
amazing.
Yeah, they're really good.
The show I went to with crazy energy that didn't make me feel on cloud nine, and I legit was like, I need to get the fuck out of here before I die, was Slayer. Bro, when Slayer hit the stage, like I was younger, me and my buddy got in. It was like a last minute decision. Like the security guards actually let us in because we were so persistent, but got in there. This was like right around the God Hates Us All album. And dude, they came out with that first song, and I literally with the crowd, I was just like so uncomfortable. There was nowhere safe from the pit. The whole floor was a pit, and I was just like, at one point, I'm pretty sure I involuntarily got picked up because I was just smushed that bad, and I was like, I'm out of here. Like I did not feel safe. Yeah. So that's my experience.
It's funny, actually.
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. Like, it made me think about the only time I've ever gotten hurt at a show was actually not at something like that. But since you mentioned Devin Townsend, that was the only time I ever got hurt at a show. We had to leave the floor was because this one guy in front of us, he played March of the Poozers, and this guy just like went ape shit for it, and he totally didn't see me stand behind him, but he turned around and he just punched me in the eye, and I like saw stars.
Shit.
So
It was an accident.
Complete
But
accident.
It sucked.
But yeah, so and then immediately after him, and I was okay. It just hurt for like a little bit. But then immediately after that was Gojira, and I saw Mario come on stage, and I'm like, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Gojira was intense, yeah.
This whole floor just turned into a pit. So that was it. Made me think of that. That was
Yep.
the only time I got hurt, and I was like, we should go.
Yeah, it gets intense. All right.
You got one, Nick? Where you got hurt in a pit?
I've had my stories in pits. On my 21st birthday, I got super drunk and I got actually punched in the face by a guy, like on purpose. Got my first black eye, but that was fine. We all ran him out of the venue afterwards. Anyway, that was
Nice.
Toxic Holocaust or something like that. But the Slayer story just reminded me of my own Slayer story because I remember seeing them, and what you described is exactly what I've always described to people, where like there's nowhere safe. The whole place opens up and is a pit, and you're just like 1 minute I'm in front of Gary Holt, and then it sounds like a whirlwind, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's Kerry King. I'm all the way on the other side of the stage.
For real.
And it was so wild. At one point when I was in the pit, I had so much fun, but at one point I was in the pit and someone was like cruising through with like a little box and a microphone. And I saw this guy and I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? So I grabbed the microphone and I was like, it's Slayer. And come to find out, he was on the big radio station in Philadelphia, MMR, and he was broadcasting inside the Slayer pit.
That's dope.
On the radio, and my friend was like, "Did I just hear you on the radio?"
Oh, that's amazing, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah,
All right,
that was
I think
fun. That was a really fun show.
hell yeah. I think we got one last question because actually sounds like my bass player is here now. We're doing a Planeswalker rehearsal today, so I should get rolling. So Accidental Chaos ask, how do you guys approach writing songs and keeping up the creative energy?
Oh, that's very interesting. Well, we can both answer this.
Sure.
I would say usually a lot of it starts with our guitar player Vlad. He is the one who composes uh, the orchestral arrangements behind everything, what makes us a symphonic metal band. Um, we love his creativity, his playing. He is a brilliant player, and his composition too. I mean, this is all new for him and new for us. Like this whole synergy that we have hasn't really been done before. So everything we do as a band is like us experimenting, trying to put our best foot forward, trying to do new things, and see if we can make the best thing possible. Uh, so a lot of it starts with Vlad, and then we all kind of put our own colors and stamps on the parts, and we write our own little sections and parts. Like I have a couple parts that I wrote. I make my bass lines, and then Barbara, she does all the lyrics
And the vocal melodies.
and the vocal melodies. Yeah.
Usually what'll happen is I'll get sent a track from Vlad, and obviously no vocals or anything, and I'll just kind of play that on repeat for as long as it takes till I get some sort of melody I want to sing. And that kind of informs the lyrics. Funny enough, I don't usually go into it knowing what I want to write about, but I'll just kind of sing, like make like mouth noises, and then when I'm like, okay, well this kind of sounds like the word could be moon. Like I like this vowel sound here with this note.
Right.
I'll just kind of start writing around that until I'm like, okay, now I know what I want this to be about. But yeah, structurally, I mean, Vlad kind of makes the skeleton of it, and then we all kind of take our turns fleshing it out.
That's awesome.
I think that's the Devin Townsend approach too. I think Devin Townsend explained in an interview. He was like, "I'll look for words that sound good with the part." So then I like write around that. Like I know I want to sing like a ah here or a ooh here, so I write around that. And it's interesting that it's kind of the same.
Yep. I've kind of found that seems to be a pretty good way. I think Sozos does that. I know for a fact Heather Michelle does that. James Hetfield does that. Actually, you can find on YouTube, like there's like Until It Sleeps demo, and it's him singing Until It Sleeps, but it's all just gibberish. It's just syllables. And Pocket Drum in the chat says that the Beatles did that too. I think that's just like, because it's a great way, because the way Heather explained it to me, and I'm sure you'd agree, Barbara, is if you do the lyrics first, you've now trapped yourself. Like how now, because now you're like, I have to make these words fit somehow, but they don't always.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But if you do the melody first, then you find the right words to fit the melody. That seems to be an easier approach. I suck at it, which is why Heather and Sozos do it for me. But I imagine it makes sense that getting the melody first, because then the thing too, I would imagine is like for the chorus, you get a melody, you're like, ooh, that's it. That's the chorus melody. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what the words are right now. All you know is you got a good hook, and then you can you can flesh the words out later. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most important part too.
Exactly.
For sure.
Well, you know what, Barbara and Nick, thanks so much. This was a lot of fun. I've wanted to do this for so long. This was the first one, so thank you for experimenting this with me. I think the tricky part for me is going to be finding that good flow of game and questions.
I thought this was a lot of fun. It was great. I thought we got the game done. You wrecked us. Congratulations. I hope you feel good about yourself.
I feel great. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go play. Yeah. But before we go, I know we kind of said all this anyways, but if you want to just throw out again real quick, major things coming up, where people can find you, the typical end of an interview stuff, right? Where can we find you? What should people be on the lookout for?
So we are on all major socials. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us at Empress Legion for most of those handles.
Yes, that took me a long time to figure out.
Yeah.
The Empress Legion. Yeah.
Yes. So at Empress Legion, and you can find us on. If you can think of a social, we're on it. Currently, we're focusing on shows while we wrap up things with our super secret album that we can't talk about. And there will be more news on that coming out very, very soon. But for now, you can catch us if you're in the Philly area. You can catch us in Philadelphia at Dobbs on South Street, April 23rd. And then you can catch us with Mind Maze in May 20th at Bar 13 in Delaware. And then, of course, as we've said a million times, and we'll say a million times more, we're super excited to play Mammoth Power Fest at Madison, Wisconsin,
Yes.
late August. So,
Yep. I will be there. Bring some decks.
Sweet.
I'll bring this rematch.
I won't bring Infect, I promise. But all right. Thank you both so much. I look forward to getting to hang out in Madison with you. All
That'd
right.
be awesome.
We'll see you then.
Oh, and
Thank you.
Matt, if you're still there, thank you for joining us today.
No. Thank you for having me.
People go follow him. Hold on. Is there
No,
any
if you're here, no need to follow me. Go follow Empress. They're going to be way better of a follow than what we are as a dinky little podcast. They put out good content. We just put out like shit that keeps going.
All right, only because this guy's my buddy. We're gonna answer his last question. So, Metal Icarus, I feel like most people know him on Facebook. Is there any West Coast and East Coast metal beef like rap in the '90s?
Those faces.
Wasn't there Megadeth and Metallica in the West Coast? You guys have that, right?
But that's not West Coast, East Coast, you know.
Oh yeah, the East Coast rivalry. Who is it? I don't know. Metalheads are just nice buds.
Yeah.
I don't think we beef.
No beef, man. Yep. All right, I do gotta go though. But thank you two so much. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. So,
you.
hopefully we can
Thanks
do it
so
again when you can talk more about the album. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's great.
Have a good day. Bye.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep. All right, everyone. That was the first Metal the Gathering. If you got input, thoughts, let me know. This, like I said, this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. It was a lot of fun. But it'll get when I figure it out, it'll get a little better. I think that, like I said, the trick for me is finding that balance of game and questions and intertwining them, right? So the game doesn't take 5 hours. But thank you guys so much. Go check out Empress, please. Really cool people, great band. It was a lot of fun to have them. So I'll see you around. Bye.